Another day, another Farlands or bust. For February 16th, 2024, we left off on the 11th at 57,165.3 megabytes. We've also left off at $4,215 raised for direct relief. Thank you, everybody who continues to support.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Another day, another dollar for Kurt.
For $1. Thank you, Jingles Dog. You know what? In addition to $1, you know what you need right now is a woof. You ready with your woofs? Woof. What a quaint little dirt hut that we were living in there momentarily. Let's secure the dirt hut. Get rid of some of this dirt. And continue west to the Farlands here. In Minecraft Beta 173. Let's also get some wood. Whoa. While we're at it, how's everybody doing? Been playing some classic tomb raiding. People kept asking if I was gonna play, and I am. They don't pay attention. we is playing. Oh dear, Wolfie's gonna hurt himself trying to get this pig, isn't he? Or maybe he just doesn't care. Murder! We are playing, and we have found that it's only possible to play using not the modern controls, but the old, what they call the tank controls. I don't know why it's called tank controls, other than that it's kind of slow and sluggish. I guess because also it's directional to Lara and not the camera, which modern controls are fixed to the camera position instead of the player position or the character position. And we did find some flaws. There are some flaws in the remade levels. They went a bit gangbusters, trying to include a skybox and like an outdoor feeling, when Tomb Raider 1, mostly for logistical reasons, all takes place like underground in caves, and there's never a sky. So now they've gone through and, like, with the new graphics, added sky and like holes in the ceilings to see sky, which doesn't make sense in some of the missions. Because you're, like, supposed to be underground, multiple levels, and it's like, wait a minute, I was just upstairs, but now there's sky upstairs. Oh yeah. Probably was a quick job to change, update the games. Although we haven't gotten to Tomb Raider 2 or Tomb Raider 3. It's been forever since I've played Tomb Raider 2 or 3. I honestly might have only played Tomb Raider 3 like once in my life, compared to Tomb Raider 1 going on dozens of times. I remember those two games taking a long time. They're big games. Oh yeah, the key. The key, which is blatantly obvious and huge with the old graphics, that is then small, dark, and the same color as the ground upon which it rests, with the updated graphics. So completely missable. Ah. And we did miss it. Realism, yeah. If you're just looking for a key, you gotta really dig around in the dirt. But it's been fun. It's been enjoyable. I don't know how or if. I mean, I guess I should put that up on YouTube. Because I'm not really playing with any sort of organized cadence to like have level 1, level 2, you know. I should split them all up into 15-minute videos like old 2009, 2011 YouTube. Free Fraps recordings. Woo. Gotta blur out the Fraps, freefraps.com logo. Also, I guess the other immediate critique I have is that the new graphics, I'm assuming because they're using an actual lighting engine, many parts are far too dark. Not counting the impossible to find key on the ground. My phone was doing something near my headphone cable. Indeed. I am reading chat, yes. What happens if he dies and the bed also gets destroyed? Well, that's why I leave all the beds, to minimize such an occurrence. Theoretically, I would spawn all the way back at spawn. But I've never died in this game, so... We also make hourly backups. Not that we've ever had to revert to a backup ever previously. Twice. We just started the stream by saying what the world file size is. I don't remember. 57,000 megabytes? Is that right? Does that sound right? Yes, 57 gigaquads. I think that sounds right. Because, yeah, it's hypothesized that the next floating point will happen around 60 gigabytes. And awakeness. We just watched the episode of Voyager where they go back in time of 1996. And, well, I forgot what it was. But, like, they downloaded the computer files and they grabbed almost... I don't remember what they said. 3,000 gigabytes of my data. I'm like, that's not very much. that's I have more of that than on my computer. That's just 3 terabytes. But it certainly was a big sounding number back in 1996. But then they also do, like, refer to things. The neural pathways require at least 60 gigaquads of computer memory. Gigaquads? Pigs. AAA video games. Ooh, sorry. What else is new? What's up this weekend? Three-day weekend. Oh, is it President's Day? It is President's Day. Mattress sale. Not that I get the day off. You work at a mattress store? Ooh, excuse me. I don't get the day off either. Yeah, I wonder if that means traffic is going to be trafficy for a 3-day weekend. Cuz we're planning on trying to go down to Oregon, the Oregon coast. First and foremost because a whale washed up. Oh.
Absolutely no idea how this game is played, do you? No.
47 months from Koyo Kutan. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Sup tub. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, we've been many times to the Oregon coast. Yeah, it is a rare whale, a fin whale. But for the girlfriend's school project that I've been helping her with all the bird photos, to basically find and identify animals and birds and whatever, dead animals count. And having a rare dead whale on her list, plus whatever other wildlife and birds and stuff we could see on the coast, would be good. It's going to be a long drive down there, and also I hope it's not like assed out with like other people trying to see this whale. At the same time, last night it moved. Not like it was alive, but it moved. The tides moved it about 3 miles from where it previously was. So I kind of wonder if we're unlucky, it might get washed back out to sea tonight with the tides or something. I don't know. They are just going to leave it. No, they're not going to blow it up. They're just going to leave it to decompose and like act as a natural food source to the animals on the beach. It's gonna stink. Yeah, hopefully that works out. I don't think the weather is going to be too great. I mean, it is the Pacific coastline in the winter. I think it's going to be very windy. It always is on the beach out there. Yeah, that's our big plans. So if I'm not streaming, because I'm trying to find a stinky whale. Any plans for the eclipse in April? I wanted to, but it's looking like Kurt J. Mack is gonna miss it. It's just, it's like from Seattle, it's like as far away as it could be, really, in the continental US. I'm not from Seattle, I'm in Seattle. Seattle area. Thank you, Avalanche. You'll have to let me know, because when I originally brought up the idea to the girlfriend, she was on board. And Niagara was where we were thinking of going. So I hope for clear skies for you. However, the girlfriend is going to be in school, and she's going to be taking, like, 22 credits next quarter during that, which is, like, a lot of credits. I don't know how that compares to credits elsewhere, but it's a lot of credits. Like, full-time is 15 credits, and she's taking 22 next semester to kind of get, like, a head start. So she doesn't want it. She would have to miss at least Monday and Tuesday. And she doesn't think she has the ability to miss school for that amount of time. Which makes very much sense. So yeah, realistically, I've seen the total solar eclipse, the last one in Oregon here. But she never has, and I wanted to go with her and experience that with her and show it to her, but so that kind of pulled the wind out of my solar sails. I'm like, well, I could go see it. I talked briefly with Powers about seeing it on the East Coast, but then to get out there is like even harder for me, and it's just very expensive because everybody else has the same idea. I mean, that would have been fun, but then I'm like, well, maybe I should like save the money to do like an actual visit out to them and phone and everybody. So yeah, kind of bummed. I know the last time I saw the solar eclipse, I'm like, that was life-changing. I'll never miss another one again. I was even talking about, like, I want to go see the one in Antarctica. But then real life comes around and is like, no, I'm sorry, Kurt. You are not independently wealthy and able to, on a whim, fly thousands of miles for a one-time event. You live right in the middle of the path. Can I come stay with you? Random person on the internet who just commented for the first time in my chat. Yeah, I don't know. The only outside chance is if, which is like, it's just too late to start planning anything. I was thinking I could fly into Chicago and like drive the day of to like Indianapolis if like my dad wanted to go. But I'm sure my nephews, my sister's sons have school that day too, so I don't think they'd be able to go. But then that involves getting stuck in like 14 hours of traffic. I definitely don't think my dad is game for that. And all of this, all these plans are all suspect to the very real possibility that wherever you go could be completely clouded out and you miss it entirely. And then that's just $1,200 for that. It will still be dark. True, but I assure you, if you've never seen the total solar... We got very lucky in Oregon, but if you've never seen the total solar eclipse in totality, in the path of totality, with your naked eyes, It's pretty. There's a video up on my YouTube channel where I just set up my GoPro and let it run during the last one.
Agent_A78 gifted a Tier 1 sub to AW Mines. They have given 21 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Agent78, for that gift sub. Well, good luck, those of you who are able to try and see the eclipse. I'm sure I will talk about it a lot more as it approaches, and I will regret my decision to miss it. Doesn't matter, it's worth all the money. We are talking about, like, since we're bummed we're missing this one, the girlfriend and I are talking about, what about the one in Australia and New Zealand in 2028? But we've got 4 years to plan for that. Buy your ticket now, right? An unknown number is calling my phone. In case you can hear the vibrating. Well, yeah, that's another thing. We have to start saving up. The girlfriend did, speaking of saving up, have an interview today, and it went very, very well. So hopefully that's something she can do while being in school, while taking 22 credit hours. That is a lot. She works very hard. How many classes? I don't remember. One of them is a math class that's required. But doing this means she'll be able to graduate a few quarters early. So that she can, like, start working full-time. Because, yeah, it's just part-time for her availability. But at least it's in the field and it's something that's interesting to her. Wolves! Woof. Do 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 do. Bump, bump, bump. Her major. I mean, we've talked about this before. She's like basically forestry and natural resource management. That's lava. Yep, that's lava. The sort of major where she's learning about wildlife and wildlife conservation and management, and therefore having to count wildlife species and going to Oregon to see a dead whale carcass to count it. Environmental sciences? Kind of. Environmental science adjacent. She's not directly doing, like, environmental science. But that could be a path. Forest whales. That was another job she did apply for, was like a... something to do with the study and conservation of ocean mammals in the state of Washington, but they never... they didn't give her a interview for that one. That would have been neat. Excuse me. We still have yet to see a harlequin duck, though. We went looking, but didn't see any. And now all the reports that I see on the bird website, it seems like they're moving north. There haven't been any sightings down where we're at. Oh, yawny. Ugh. You've fallen asleep hundreds of times to Farlands or bust. You're welcome? I mean, that should be my channel tagline. You don't need melatonin, try this. I need my bees, though. I'm low on bees. My blood's too big. Ah. Bees. It's funny now because I haven't been told that it's an actual problem yet. Oh, big blood cell Kerchamak is what they call me. Actually, I gotta look up when my next appointment is. Ooh, beans. More lava. Very lava-filled day. I put the Mac in macrocytosis. Save these jokes for the doctor's office, and I'll get a good grade. Ooh. I don't know what that word means. Nephrologist? Kidney. Alright. Ooh. Collecting ducts. I don't get that part either. Listen, maybe I didn't take biology in high school. It's an anatomy joke. It's a pun on ducks. I'm collecting ducks. One of one, right there. Honk. Identifies. Ooh, excuse me. I got a European starling today. And a... Shoot, I forgot the name of it already. Like a word for what it does. It's like a brown scrounger or something like that. It's like it's a verb name. Anyway, two new birds on the list. I also saw a hawk, but we've already seen it's just a red-tailed hawk. You get used to the jitteriness. I do get used to the jitteriness. Unnecessary. The key is to keep your eyes on the horizon. Eyes on the prize. And I have not died in this world since starting back in March 2011. Bird lawyer. Harvey Birdman. Attorney at law. All right. Onwards and outwards. I'm putting myself to sleep. Who gets put to sleep during this? Thank you, Wolfie. Thank you very much for that. Oof. Oh, Lord. Oh, darn these yawns. And how am I going to get down here? Look at this menagerie. Come on, people. What's up? What's new? What's on the haps? I just filed my taxes. I'm waiting for the software to go on sale. Usually, like, the beginning of March, from what I remember. The H&R Block software, like, because they want, like, $70 for it, full price, which is ridiculous. It goes down to, like, $35. I'm just waiting for that. Every year. Can't use free? I don't believe so, because I am an independent contractor, and I itemize deductions. I know there are now actual free options that, you know, H&R Block and TurboTax don't want you to know about. If you're just filing, like, to the best of my knowledge, a normal W-2 sort of thing. And you might be able to honestly do it all yourself, but you have to, like, do all the math yourself. And, like, all the schedules and stuff. Which is what I find the software helpful for. Yeah, I don't use TurboTax anymore. I mean, H&R Block is probably no better, but Intuit, who owns and makes TurboTax, and that other software that everybody uses, and they bought and then shut down, Mint. They're not a great company to support. They spend millions of dollars fighting the free tax filing and simplified tax filing structure as lobbyists. So if you want to know why other countries just automatically have their taxes done for them by the government, and why we as Americans can't have that, that's why. That's why. always wondered how the government does your taxes for you unless they know all your deductibles. Well, the vast majority of people take the standard deductible, of which there is just a standard deductible. If your actual deductibles are less than that, then you just take the standards. So that's what... Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask one of our European friends in chat. When your country does your taxes, isn't it like, here's your taxes? If you accept, press A. If you'd like to do your own formulations, press B, and then you can do it yourself. So yeah, I think there's the option to, like, file them yourself. But by default, it's just easy peasy. Here's your squeezy. Do it yourself for entertainment purposes. Purposes? Porpoises. Okay, that pig just came out of the ground. Ooh, excuse me. In Norway, the taxes are automatically filled out, and you get them for review and change stuff if it's not correct. Right. Whew. How far have you traveled? Somebody hit an F3 in chat. As of last May, 7,396,358 blocks. That was kind of a number that I said out loud. I'll allow it. Ooh-wee. Have you thought about what you're doing after Flob? Collecting retirement? I I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I have not thought. I'm thinking I am, and I have been. We've been picking up the pace the last few years. I don't know how much longer this Twitch/YouTube thing is feasible. It's going to be feasible as a time investment. Speaking of getting jobs. But also, like, Twitch is making it very well known. They're like, we gotta lay off 600 more people. We're still not turning a profit. I'm stuck. I find it hard to believe as well. I do find it hard to believe as well. I mean, they like to quote how much it costs to be, like, the host and server of all this live video. But the call is coming from within the house. They're using Amazon AWS, you know, resources. So they're essentially not profitable because they owe themselves money to keep themselves running. Yeah, it is, yeah. I take that with a grain of salt, but still, the fact that they're saying it sounds very much like, you know, Google's excuse for, like, shutting down Google Podcasts or Google Reader, you know. It's just, it's not a moneymaker. We gotta focus on revenue streams. Business. So yeah, I don't know. Just from more of a personal standpoint. It's of questionable sustainability at this point. What would you do if you needed to find employment again? I have no idea. I've not been employed for over 13 years. And I don't think that that's a good thing on a resume. I was just talking to Cone about this. Right now, the girlfriend is in school, doing very well, working very hard. Like I said, 22 credits. She's working to get a good, solid career. I'm doing my best to maintain and allow that to happen. Taking care of these sick cats. Our many cars in the house. That's my current job. Maybe when that happens, I'll be able to figure out what I need to do next. Sticker sales. You like trains? Don't mind the snow? I don't know. I haven't heard good things about the rail industry. Oh. No trains, just driving. I don't know what you're getting at. Taxi for the railroad. So, so of the maximum 2 employees that they have per freight train that's 3 miles long, you gotta like drive them from one train to the next train. Or hotel or train yard. Oof. But then that also means, like, you, as the driver, need to be at the hotel or at the train yard. It sounds almost like being a airline stewardess or something. My uncle was a deadhead driver and would get the driver to the middle of nowhere and drive a train back. What did he do with the car? Did he just leave it there? Ah, it's disposable. No, you go back home. Interesting. In my area, they get $16.28 an hour. So, minimum wage for the state. I mean, it would be more than what I'm currently making per hour. Oh, it's you. You have the job. Are you trying to give your job to somebody else? You're on call 12. Ah, it's raining. It's frightening. It's loud. Loud noises. Quick. You gotta get inside. Wolfie, where's Wolfie? We got a wet dog. We got a wet dog. Wolfie. Oh, you dingus. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Oh, my God. Loud noises. Where's that dog? Is he in the water? This is my island now. There's that dog. Here, you. Just come up here. No, you fool. There, have a seat right there. We'll be able to hear you. Yes. Good Lord. It's an easy job, just kind of boring. Well, I mean, there are a lot of train yards and stuff around here, but with all the ports. The ports and shippings and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if that's quite for me. But thank you for the random suggestion. Are they in need? Is that a high demand position these days? Sorry, I can't hold my thoughts in my head with the rain in the background. Alright, I need to put an end to this madness. Let's go to sleep and consider our future careers after we back up the world. I thought it wasn't going to stop there for a second. We left off in the rain at 57,244.0 megabytes on the dot.